What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Underwater FlyZone podcast. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is episode 5 of season 3. Time is flying, man. And we got my boy Kevin Oliver up here today.
How we doing?
Hey, my boy Kevin has been one of my closest homies since it feels like forever, but in all honesty, it was my senior year of high school.
My sophomore year of high school.
So this dude was just friends with my brother. We'd be at football games. I'd be in the front row going crazy, looking up. I see the afro. Back then it was the high top fade.
It was the high top fade. thing was tight.
It was dope at the time.
We thought it was dope at the time. It did not look that good, though.
I might have to throw up a picture. No, I won't expose you like that.
You got it now.
Maybe I will. Okay. But yeah, this dude Kevin's been my homie since senior year of high school, and it feels like forever, honestly, because ever since we got close, it's been, this is my guy, you know what I'm saying?
Good time after good time, man.
Yeah, I mean, I had 2 extra tickets to my graduation, and he was one of the people I asked. So if that doesn't show you right there, like, this is, now you're my sig up brother as well.
Literally.
Like,
yeah. I mean, what more could you want?
Facts. But it's crazy to think that with us being this good of friends for this long,
I'm just now getting on it. Season 3.
Yeah, that, and also I have not heard the story he will be telling today. So I'm really interested to get into it. Kevin's going to be just getting right into a tough experience. You told me like a few times a little bit about it, but I'm really interested to hear what we got. So I'm going to let you take it away.
Yeah, so I guess the story starts in 5th grade, near the end of 5th grade. It was May 7th. It was a nice day, around 3 or 4-ish, I remember, and I was sitting in the kitchen working on this project for ELA, and it was like a canned art project. I was trying to make a monkey, and it was horrible. I do remember it ended up being the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, I was sitting in the kitchen doing that, and my cousin and my brother, they were outside riding bikes, and I remember Kenan, my brother, comes running inside, and I was just sitting there. The words that I heard come out of his mouth was, "Kirish just got hit by a car."
Jeez.
And keep in mind, I'm in 5th grade, so I'm 11 years old.
So that was your cousin, right?
Yes.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
I love my cousin.
Yeah.
Like, I'm close with my cousin.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, what? So I sprint outside. Like, I'm running through the living room, out the front door, and I'm running down the street. And I see a truck stopped, and I see something on the ground. And then I see a bike. I'm sprinting down the street as fast as I could, as fast as my little 11-year-old legs could take me.
Yeah.
And on the ground, I see him. The amount of emotions going through my mind as an 11-year-old, it's something that I don't think anyone should see, especially being that young, because I don't really want to describe it too much. Yeah. But like, he was unconscious.
Yeah, and you're probably thinking like the worst.
I thought I was never gonna see my cousin again. I thought I was never gonna talk to my cousin again.
Yeah.
And keeping that in like my mind throughout, just like what I'm seeing, what I'm watching happening, watching the ambulance come down the road full speed.
As a 5th grader.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, right now I'm kind of getting emotional about it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's hard to like talk about because I can see it so clearly to this day, and this was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to like talk about, but like seeing the ambulance come down the road, and then watching them do CPR on my cousin. It was at that point I had to be pulled away because I couldn't move.
Yeah, I was
shocked.
You're just in shock.
I a bunch of different emotions, like sadness, anger at the person who hit him, but like not really. Yeah. Because I'm too worried about my cousin. So I walk down the street, or not walk, I get carried by my dad back down the street. And I grab my other cousin, Dee Dee, Kirish's sister, and then I grab Kenan, and we start praying. I don't know how, but I was like, we gotta pray, guys. Yeah. And they come back and they're like, he just got helicoptered to Children's Mercy, and we're gonna see what happens there. So like being that young, not knowing if my cousin's gonna make it is insane. And then a couple weeks later, my dad gets a heart attack.
Jeez, dude. So as you're going through this whole situation with your cousin, this happens.
Yes.
Now.
Like, so of course I'm in the hospitals, seeing my cousin, and then, come back the next morning, I wake up and it's your dad's in the hospital with a heart attack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no way.
It's really, oh my gosh, dude, that's insane.
This can't be happening, man. Like, at the time I was so scared. I was so scared I was gonna lose two people in my life that I cared so much about.
Yeah.
I cared so much about. I still care about it.
It's really insane that it's on the normal days. It's on the days when it's sunny and 75, slight breeze, perfect day.
It literally was a perfect day, both days, and it sucks, like, cause you never know, like, people in your life can just go like in a blink of an eye.
Oh, your whole life can change so quickly, and that, oh my gosh, dude.
And especially with me being that young, like the impact on my life that had, and then continuing seeing my cousin in the hospital in a coma, not knowing if he was ever gonna wake up, because the doctors didn't know. They genuinely did not know if he was gonna wake up.
Yeah, and he did, thankfully.
Oh my God.
How is he today? That's just a question.
Today he's actually a lot better. I mean, still has like some mental breakdowns and some sensory stuff.
But physically, he's pretty.
Physically, he can run.
Hey, that's a blessing right there.
That is a blessing.
God was looking over that man.
Thank
the Lord for that.
Lord.
That's insane.
That's one thing that I will undeniably, I will never question, like, God, the Lord, anything like that again, because of that moment.
There's a few of those moments that you'll have in your life.
There's those moments in your life that, like, like, God and Jesus are with you.
Yeah.
And that was one of those moments. And then, but what I was saying, like, at that young, I was still, like, summer had just hit, so I was going to the hospital to see my cousin all the time.
Yeah.
And thankfully, it made me the most happiest. This was probably one of the most happiest and most promising things during that time. I was, talking to my cousin, and keep in mind, he was still in the coma at this point, so I was just talking to him, and I remember exactly what I said. I said, sorry, Kenya, but I said, Kenya just farted. And in his coma, he giggled.
What?
He giggled. So
Kenya's gonna be mad.
No, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone in that room cried, tears of joy, because his brain was starting to respond.
Yeah.
He was responding.
That's
and then
crazy.
Literally a couple days later, he opened his eyes. At that moment, the relief, like, on my shoulders, like, just the relief everyone felt, it was insane. Like, it's crazy that happened, and that in that span of time it happened.
Yeah.
And it was 8 years ago, and I still remember everything, and, like, so.
But obviously, with a situation like this, you got a lot of trauma you must have experienced. And how did you cope with that as a fifth grader? Did you go to therapy or anything like that? No.
I bottled up my emotions. I kept it all in. I didn't want to, like, show, like, weakness. I didn't want to show that I was, like, trying not to be affected by it too much, because I didn't want my little brother to, like, worry about me. I wanted to show him.
Or your sister or his sister. Or,
I wanted to be strong, I wanted to.
And that's something about being a man, like people think that's you kind of got to be that at times. You kind of got to be that tough guy, but in reality, honestly, you also got to get some help for yourself.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, I feel like the view as what a man should be nowadays is like, we should get rid of that.
Yeah.
But
I agree. I would say these days, I've said it plenty of times this season, but being a tough guy is viewed as bottling all up and not showing emotion.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, in my opinion, I view you as way more tough of a person to be able to be a man or be a person in general and go and get help, because that's uncomfortable. It's
That's-
uncomfortable to admit that you're in pain, and going to get help shows a lot of toughness,
really
a lot more
does.
toughness than sitting there and letting a situation destroy your life. You know what I'm saying? So,
Like-
anyways, I know what
like-
you're about to get into. 'Cause
Like, I don't know. Like, that's honestly like what I'm. Like, I agree with you 100%. Like,
yeah,
if you're gonna be a tough guy and bottle up your feelings, you're not a man. You're an old version of what a man should be.
you're not the modern.
I don't.
We're trying to start a new movement.
I
here.
don't know. It sounds weird when I said that, but like I'm trying to like word it in a way
I
that
get
doesn't
what
sound
you're
weird.
saying. Like,
You should. It's more tough to actually go find help.
yeah, for sure.
And it's like hard for people to do
And
because you don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
You don't want to admit to yourself that you need help.
Exactly. You don't want to. You especially don't want to admit to anybody else that
Yeah.
you need help, because
And-
then you're afraid of what people will think of you. But who cares what people will think of you, bro? You gotta
in-
go. You gotta do what is best for you. You know what I'm saying?
In reality, you're only gonna have a few haters.
Yeah.
Like, people aren't gonna like actually think of you in a bad way if you need help.
And if they do, then they're not worth your time anyways. For real.
They're not a true friend or whatever you want to call them. They're
For
just-
real.
You need to get those type of people out of your life.
Yeah. But getting back into your story
Yeah.
here, so I'm
Sorry about that.
about to be setting you up for what I don't. I know what you're getting into now. I know where your story is now. I didn't know all this stuff, but I know the answer to this. But when did you make the decision to finally go and get the help you needed?
So
Just for the viewers, because you're my boy. I
actually,
know this.
there was a couple more things before I like actually decided like
Alright,
I needed to get some help. So
yeah.
I had two of my two aunts that I love very dearly on my dad's side. They died within a year, 2 years of each other.
Okay.
And we were very close, and they were both my dad's sisters, and I saw them every chance I could get. I loved talking to them.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're just like, love
Yeah.
them. I love them so much, and it's hard to like talk about losing people that you love like that.
So that's just more.
Yeah, and
that's
then-
more adding up at that point.
And then of course, before that in what, 7th grade? Was it 7th grade?
It was.
Kyle?
Oh, he was.
Eighth-
Y'all were in
seventh-
8th grade.
8th grade, yeah.
Yeah.
8th grade with Kyle.
That's just that situation. Obviously, we've
Of course,
talked about that.
Yeah, of
And
course,
then Lance.
And then Lance, 9th grade year.
Yeah, our school
It's-
experienced 2 suicides back to back, as y'all have heard about.
Yeah, but like those adding on and me like talking to both of them, being friends with both of them at points in my life and then losing them.
Yeah.
And then like after that, my aunts, and then also my uncle that always came around on my mom's side.
Yeah.
My great uncle, sorry. He always came around on my mom's side, like every holiday. Loved him too, and then he passed away a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So all that led up, and then going to college. That's
tough in itself, right
that's,
there.
that is tough in itself. People always say, high school never prepares you for college.
Yep.
And that is the most true statement I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything I did in high school got switched up, got changed up,
Yep.
all because of college.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
I went to college. First month was good, and I think it was all of that, and then also being away from like my parents for the first time for that long.
Yeah.
And only like having my sister, and then you guys.
Me and Carson and whoever
Yeah.
else.
That was good, and then it was like halfway of first semester, so around homecoming, honestly,
Yeah.
my grades started dropping. I stopped like all my motivation.
I do remember this because I'm this man's academic
Yeah.
mentor. I'm keeping you on your stuff, and then out of nowhere, and that even alerted me. I was like, I kind of want to check on Kevin because that's
dude.
a sign right there. That's a sign.
So like, that's what it first started with. It first started with me skipping classes, my grades dropping, not doing assignments, and then just losing all types of motivation. So that first happened, and then I was getting tired all the time, wanting to sleep, just laying in bed, staying up late, waking up late,
Yep.
not wanting to eat.
Those are just all signs that you
Yeah.
need to go reach out right there.
I know, but then, December came around and I started feeling a little bit better. So, and I went to the doctors for my, my yearly checkup. And I was telling him about it, and he was like, well, if you feel like these type of feelings again, this is obviously signs of depression. And I knew that. I was like, I need help.
Yeah.
I'm possibly going to need help, but I think I'm good right now.
Yeah.
And then, so second semester comes around, and I'm feeling good. All my grades were good.
Yeah.
Until spring break. After spring break, because I was with my family that whole week.
Yeah.
And then I just really stopped going to all my classes, like a lot of my classes.
Yeah.
Mainly one class, and it was oral comm. Sorry, Foster, I failed that class.
Man, what? That was my favorite class I've taken. That was my favorite class I've taken in college. But anyways, continue.
But anyways, yeah. So I stopped going. I really stopped doing all my assignments. My grades were all dropping. I was still showing up to like some classes. Motivation was at an all-time low.
Yeah.
I would go to Kenya's and I would just sit.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
For like a week straight, and then I was like, okay, I have to at least try to go to class.
You just realized, is that when you truly realized, like, I need to go reach out? Because you noticed you weren't being yourself in a way.
Dude, yeah, I noticed. So, like, really, in that time span, it was the month of March.
Yeah.
After spring break, I was like, maybe 2 weeks after, I was like, I'm not me.
Yeah.
I'm no longer me. My feelings aren't the same. I'm not like talking the same way. I feel down all the time.
You don't got motivation
literally
to do even simple.
I feel like
stuff.
everybody around me was starting to notice.
Yeah.
Like, I was just not me. I wasn't like super energetic like I normally am.
Yeah.
I didn't want to like do anything at all.
Yeah.
And I would lie. I've lied to Foster
many times, and I know it.
This semester, and he knew it. I lied to him, and he knew it. And I knew he knew it.
Because, bro, when you're this close to somebody,
I knew he knew it.
You just know.
And I would lie, and I felt so bad, but I still did it.
It takes a man to admit it, though. So don't even hate on my boy.
Still did it, and I feel bad about it.
Hey, yeah,
so
you're chilling, bro.
So like I was saying, March, I was like, yeah, I need help. I'm not me anymore. I'm skipping class. So I call the doctors, and I was like, hey, I need to come in. And so they sent me this depression screening and anxiety screening. I did that. I have depression.
Yeah.
And I don't have anxiety. But I probably do. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I do have depression, and I started taking my meds after I went to the doctor on Carson's birthday.
April 4th.
April 4th. I came back that night with my meds because he was like, yeah, you have depression, and we're going to take some steps. We're going to get you on some medicines to help you, and if you need someone to talk to, we can help you with that too. And I was like, okay. Yeah, we can do that. What kind of medicine were you thinking? And it's a weird medicine. It's called like Zoloft, but there's a whole nother name for it.
Yeah.
So. But I started taking that in April 4th, and I've been taking it ever since.
How would you say that has affected you? Because I know a lot of people, including myself at the time, hearing your thoughts about it has kind of changes my perspective. But I was like, I don't know how I feel about taking depression medicine because I don't want to become reliant on it. Because next thing you know, that could be dangerous if you forget a day or run out a day. Yeah. So what would you say, being someone who actually takes it, what is your experience with taking that Zoloft?
So, honestly, I think it actually works. Before I started taking it, I was like, I don't really want to. I don't want to, my thoughts were the exact as yours.
Exactly.
I don't want to become reliant on this medicine.
Yeah.
I don't want my personality to be because of this medicine. And then, at the doctor's report, he was saying, once you, start feeling better to a point, where you can, stop taking it and be safe, it's your decision to stop taking it.
Yeah.
And, so that kind of made me feel a little bit better, knowing that it's my decision to stop taking it when I want.
Yeah, for sure.
So, honestly, I do think it works. I really do, because I feel so much better.
You act better too, because I noticed, I definitely noticed the time when you were down, and I would reach out to you all the time.
And I would take forever to respond. I'd see it and I'd be like,
You just
I don't
weren't
care.
feeling, and that's the thing. You know, I can be kind of an energetic guy at times, and that's not really what you're feeling whenever you're down like that.
I mean,
so I understand, bro.
I know how you are, and I was just like, I'd see your message, and I'd be like, oh, Foster, I know you want to talk, but I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah, but I mean,
I definitely think it works because now I feel so good. I feel a lot better.
I've definitely noticed. I'm proud of you for taking that step for real, and I'm proud of anybody watching that can relate to a situation like this that made the decision to go get help, because that's probably the most important thing you can do with mental health. And it really is. It goes back to when I was talking about on episode 2, I was talking about it's really on you. You got to make the decision. Do I want to let this situation defeat me? Do I want to be living in this bad, spot forever? Or do I want to take it upon myself to get through this? And what with taking it upon yourself, it doesn't mean do it alone. It means going and reaching out. And reaching out is the biggest thing you can do. So good. Proud of you, bro. Proud of you, bro.
I want everyone to know it's okay to not be okay.
Facts.
You have people that love you. It doesn't matter. Don't be scared to go reach out. I mean, it's gonna take a bit. It will. It definitely took me a bit to actually, come full circle and realize that I was not okay.
Yeah.
It took a bit, but everyone has their own time limit. Don't try to force yourself to bottle up all those emotions and feelings. It's because it can get unhealthy.
Definitely.
It can get very unhealthy, and that's where all the bigger problems start to come from. So before you get to that point, make sure you guys reach out to people, because that's what really helped me.
And I think that saying, it's okay not to be okay, that's a saying, that's another one of those that you might see. This is another theme we've talked about this season. You see it in the classroom on a poster, and you're like, cool. Yeah, and then but if you really can focus and listen to what that's saying, listen to me. Yeah,
sit and actually think about what it means.
Yeah, when you are not okay, that is okay. It's important, and it's also essential for growth in your situation. You are not going to get better without feeling pain.
Literally, man.
You have to feel that pain, and I've said it a million times this season, but pain is progress. You have to remember that.
Literally, once you're down, once you start feeling down, the only point you can, the only way you can go is up.
Facts.
And I feel like I've only gone up.
You're getting into what I'm talking about on episode 6 right here.
Really?
I'm titling it Rock Bottom, and it's essentially going to be about when you are at the bottom, you have to realize it can only get better from here. And once you can realize that, because a lot of the reason people commit suicide is they hit the bottom, and they're everywhere they look is a dead end, and they're like, this is it for me. I have no use to anything being alive, and then they commit suicide. But what you got to realize is that in that moment, when you see all these dead ends, sometimes you just got to look up, because that's the direction you're going to be going. You got to realize that it can't. If you're feeling like that, it literally can't get worse. So for real, it can only get better, and it's going to get better. Life will always even itself out. You will never remain in a horrible spot forever. So just anybody feeling like that, please just know that things do get better. It is also important, though, if you're feeling like that, you do have some responsibility to reach out.
It is, yeah. It's completely on, your own self.
Yeah.
To reach out and try to get that help that you need, so.
For sure.
I'm not going to lie. There was one point where, I thought about hurting myself, but it was, very little.
Yeah.
It was very little. I was like, is this my only path? And I was like, no. Because if I do that, the amount of people that would be impacted by losing me would be insane, and I don't want them to be feeling that. For
sure. Morgan Houston on episode 2 said that she said that essentially Lance and Kyle were in a way cowards, if you think about it, because and that's hard to say.
It is hard to say, but and it sounds mean at the same time, but you're not wrong.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But the thing is, 2 things about this. One, you don't know where they were at in that situation, so
you can't really call it.
Yeah, you can't feel that way about them, but at the same time, making that decision, you are literally saying it's a savage move, and savage is not a good word.
No,
this society made
it seem like
it was cool.
Savage.
No, that is a savage move. Savage is essentially saying I don't care. I don't care. That you making that decision is you saying I don't care about anybody, anything, and it's in a way. kind of selfish, and I hate to say that, but it's the truth.
No, I agree with you, man.
Yeah,
I do.
Bro, you got to be able to realize that you have the capability to get through anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care what situation you are in. I don't care if you saw your cousin get hit, you had your best friend commit suicide, your dad committed suicide, whatever you're going through, there's a million situations that people go through.
Yeah.
You are completely capable of getting through it, and I really encourage you to take your situation and embrace it, because not only can you get through it, but you can use it as a chance to change people's lives. You can, I mean, these situations will change your life. I think you can definitely say that if all that happened to you never would have happened,
I would have been a completely different person.
You would not be who you are today.
No, I would definitely be a completely different person.
You would view life differently. You would, I mean, I can tell that's part of the reason we vibed, like, from the start, because when you experience these horrible, tragic situations, the way you view things is just a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? You don't get mad about the little stuff.
The way you view the world changes when you go through those traumatic situations.
Yeah, you can kind of tell when you go up to somebody just by listening to what they're talking about. If they're complaining about all this little problems, I can kind of just see in my mind, I'm like, that's just not my type of person, because that's just,
I'm gonna be honest. I think tragic situations mature people.
For sure.
Definitely mature people more. And with me having that happen at such a young age, scary.
Yeah.
And that's probably what honestly made my parents think that I was like such a resilient kid.
For sure.
And I did love you, Mom and Dad, but I really am. I'm not. Not. I do let things get to me. I just don't let it show as often.
Everybody no one's as strong as they put out, for real.
Yeah.
Like that, I mean, that's a big thing.
Yeah,
but
it's like that brings on another thing. Like, just like Foster said, no one's as strong as they like look to be. Like, reach out to people. Make sure they're always good. It doesn't matter when.
I think X said this, but those thoughts that you have that you think nobody else has, Everybody
has those thoughts.
Dude, I bet like 99.9% of people have had suicidal thoughts, even if it's just a little
it's a little small instant, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, you know, everybody's thought this. Just sitting on the road driving, what would happen if I just swerved into the other lane?
That's what I'm saying.
What if I just...
Yeah, like, and you're like, I would never do that, but why did I just think that?
But
you're like,
what if? So everybody has definitely thought about it. Like, you know, jokingly or not, it's a thought that everyone has definitely had.
Oh, literally. And just having little thoughts like that make you feel alone. But I promise y'all, you are not alone. Everyone else is having your same random weird thoughts. Ton of people have those same thoughts, man. Don't feel alone. Literally. I felt alone for a long time. I would just say, like, during my hard time, I felt like no one understood what I was going through. Mm-hmm. But if I would have been more proactive and reached out, I guarantee you I would not have suffered for as long as I did. That's why I just encourage y'all so much, man. Reach out and find. I want to get into this too, but wait, say your thing first.
Okay.
I want to get into something.
You know what's crazy though? I really only reached out because other people were telling me that I was not like being myself, and then once I like it became like a frequent thing of people saying that, I was like, okay.
I think I said that once.
You definitely did. You always ask me like, hey, you good? Yeah. I was like, why is Foster always asking me
random talk. You know why though? Like, so you think you're like,
I'd always sit there and be like, why is he asking me that? Do I seem different? And then like so after you said it, everybody was like, yo, Kevin, you good, man? I was like, why is people always asking me when I'm good? And it didn't stop until Kenya was like, you're different.
She called you out?
Yeah. She's like, you're not acting like yourself. And it also clicked when, like, my last big fight with my mom. I was like, I'm fighting over my mom over something so stupid.
So stupid. You're like, this ain't me.
I'm raising my voice and getting irritated at it. That's another thing. I got irritated so easily.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do anything because I got irritated by, like, loud noises and just people just constantly talking to me.
Yeah.
That's when I really realized it was, like, Kenya and Mom. And then, of course, everybody's saying that I was different.
All right, before we get into the next thing, we're gonna switch the cameras real quick, so be right back.
Time out.
All right, we back. I hit y'all with the time out.
Time out.
Wii Sports
baseball?
Pro. Play ball. All right. Anyways, we're back. Let's get it. We had to switch up the cameras. Shout out to the YouTube audience, by the way. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna get into another topic here. I was trying to get into like when I was going through my situation, I did not do a good enough job of reaching out. That's a big thing I wish I would have did more of, because I really just sat in my room and I had no friends because I wouldn't talk to anybody.
That's the part that sucks the most, is like when you're sitting by yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then you start thinking.
And just you make stuff up, honestly. Yeah, but I remember my whole junior year of high school, after the Kyle situation, I was just depressed, didn't talk to anybody. I had a girlfriend, that's the only person I would talk to. Anyways, I wouldn't talk to anybody. I'd sit in my room, like, for real, had no friends. But then I think the biggest thing for me was, especially whenever Lance happened, reaching out to the Houstons. But even after that, I was still only friends with them to help them. Mm-hmm. It was when me and you and like our whole group kind of formed.
Tribe.
And I'm telling y'all right now, the tribe formed. The tribe was born. The tribe is basically our friend group, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So the tribe was born, essentially.
Sophomore year.
That's kind of when things started to really turn up for me. I got out of my shell. I started...
Dude, same.
Same. Literally, I think we all kind of started bouncing off each other. And that's something I really want to get into here. Yeah. Your friends are the people you surround yourself are essential. Your friends literally will determine where you end up in life.
Literally.
Yeah.
If you want to surround yourself with successful people in life,
yeah.
I feel like ever since I became friends with you, I've done so much better in life.
Yeah, I just make you like go places.
I know. I know.
It was different.
I used to do nothing. Like I just like always sit and just be like,
Yeah,
I'm here.
And it's funny because when me and Kevin hang out, sometimes I'll just hit him up and be like, "Hey, we're doing this. I'm trying to get you."
Okay.
You're like, "Okay, let's go."
I'm ready.
But it was when in college, whenever I noticed like you weren't responding, I was like, "I know he saw it.
I know he
sees this."
Yeah.
But that's when I noticed you were being different. That's why I hit you up. But that I think really our friend group just really bounced off each other. We started being crazy. When I say we didn't care about these little problems, like
we didn't.
No,
we didn't. We didn't let anyone get to us.
Nobody was getting to us.
No, we had no negative thoughts whatsoever. We just bounced positive energy off of each other all
Literally.
the time. Bro.
And I think the funny thing is we all also kind of were aware that we all kind of had our own problems.
Yeah.
So we also had like the what was it? The dying rose theme. That emoji, like the dying rose emoji. We all would put that in like our bio and stuff. And
I just changed that.
Yeah, he just changed it. Our vibe was like
we were like
yeah. Our pictures. If you're watching the video, would be like.
Oh my god.
We gotta hit that for the cover.
Bro. I gotta get the picture. You know which one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. We were all aware.
When we were longboarding, I had the hats, bro.
We were all aware that we were kind of all experiencing our own issues, but we'd bounce off each other and kind of grow from it, Yeah, hey, show this picture. If you ain't watching the YouTube video, I'm sorry, but show it to that camera. I think I'm gonna use that one. That's the vibe, but we had a great time always, and that's something I really hope that y'all are able to find those people. Another thing, we're very open, so if you want to chill with us this summer,
hey,
hit us
up, man. We want more people to hang out with. We want to make this summer a lit one,
of course.
But anyways,
yeah, I just think that's so important to remember, find the right crowd, because that right crowd can pull you out of your situation, and just being aware that we all kind of had our own issues, but still, just no one got in fights about little stuff. There was no fights.
No,
it was just. I
don't think there's still ever been a fight.
There's not, because you will eventually reach that level once you experience something very hard. You will reach that level where you realize all this little stuff doesn't matter.
Little stuff doesn't matter.
Your life can change completely today. So why are you stressing about whoever someone voted for or something little political issues? What you fighting about?
You're gonna fight over political issues and you're not gonna be friends.
I know,
over,
dude. I
politics,
know multiple friends that have thrown each other away for little politics, or even just little disagreements, or even little he did this, so
we're not gonna mess with him anymore.
No, he ain't. No, bro, that is
stupid. No,
that's selfish. I'm sorry, but that's I think forgiveness. This is something that after the Adam episode, Tyler Gray was recording tie-dye. Shout out tie-dye right now. Shout out tie-dye. But he was recording. He looked at me. He said, "You should have talked about forgiveness." So I want to bring that up. Forgiveness is huge. Taking yourself out of the situation, being like, they did me wrong, but I still love them and I'm going to be able to forgive them because I know that, they might be going through their own thing, or it's more of a reflection on them. If they're have forgiveness for your haters. That's a big thing. Having forgiveness for people that do you wrong. That's one of the biggest power moves in life, in my opinion.
Is being able to forgive people that talk down on you is definitely a power move, bro.
Dude, like, for sure.
Could you imagine, like, someone trying to, like, talk down to you, and all you do is just, like, you know what? It's okay. I accept your apology, man.
Yeah.
I forgive you.
And it's hard with the world we live in with all this cancel culture stuff.
Because literally, eventually, all those people will come back to you. Yeah. They will come back and try to be your friend again.
Facts.
And it's up to you, man. Forgive them and let them be your friends, or, it's all up to you. You got to get to a point. It is your life.
For sure.
You can
That's
decide.
what I was trying to get into.
You can decide, man.
You are literally, if you want to think about it this way, you're literally playing a video game right now. and you really can control whatever you want to control. It's your decision. Dude. No one's telling you that you have to be mad about what you're mad about. Yeah. Nobody's telling you that you can't forgive the person that did you wrong. Like, just because that's what the average person will do, be better than the average person.
It's your decision to choose to worry about something.
Yes.
It's your decision to let things get to you.
It really is.
You have, like, the right to be like, nah, I'm not going to let that bother me.
No,
or,
literally.
Yeah, I'm going to let that bother me. Because, like you were saying earlier this episode, don't let other people, like, don't worry about what other people think about you.
I will not lie. I think that for some reason this season, people have been like kind of doubting, like kind of hating on the podcast a little bit. And the only thing I think of when I think about that is like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm having a good time. You know what I'm saying?
It's not for the people that hate on it. It's for the people that want to listen.
And honestly, it also like if someone's hating, I'm kind of like, all right, you're probably just not watching.
Yourself, It's also for yourself. You're enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah, there's for real people out there that will hate you and they don't even know you. It's just literally just
they're just hating on you because you're doing something that you enjoy doing,
and that is more of a reflection on them.
Yes,
than you. You're doing what's right. If somebody's hating on you and you know you're doing what's right,
yeah, dude,
forget them, bro.
Don't even let it get to you.
Don't even. Bro, how many? Oh my gosh, we can get into some crazy stuff. How many people? Never mind. No. We ain't even gonna start clowning on people.
We don't need to. We're not like that here. We're not like that here.
I'm just saying, man. We just having that forgiveness power. That's the superpower right there. That is a superpower that you can literally contain. The question, what superpower would you want if you could have one, bro? To be able to forgive, and that's something you can have. That's not a myth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anybody that has ever doubted me, I promise you, I've gotten to a point in my life I have just really sat down and I don't have any.
He has no hatred, no bad feelings towards
what is it? No grudges. If you could let go of grudges, you're gonna be a much more peaceful person, man.
If you could just look at the world with like a positive view, I mean, then you can't go wrong in life. You literally can't.
Dude, I just think it's so... I don't know. I've got to a point where life is just so fun, man.
Life, dude.
Because once you realize you are literally in control of everything, every decision,
Once you, like, take the reins of your life is great.
Dude, it really is.
We're just out here living life.
Life is great, man.
Life is great, man.
Oh, man. In episode 2, I said...
Shout out Drewski and Jack Harlow. Life is great, man.
Life is great.
It sure is.
Bro, yeah. One of these episodes I was talking about how we live in a broken world and having that understanding that bad things are going to happen in your life, but being able to love yourself and know yourself enough to get to the point where you're like, no matter what happens to me, I will be able to overcome it. Yeah. You are literally going to be in a spot where
you'll be...
man, you're a superhuman. You're a mental superhuman, you know what I'm saying?
You got that mental fortitude.
For real, for real.
Mental strength.
All right, well, bro, this has been lit. We're at like almost 40 minutes, but I don't want to end it if you don't want to end it.
I don't want to end it, man. We can keep going.
Bro, freestyle time. You bring something up. Bring something up. We can talk about it.
Some stories?
You want to tell some stories?
Should we tell some stories?
Were you there the horse day? No,
I wasn't there the horse day. But But I remember you guys telling me the story in the picture.
Yeah.
The picture. Didn't you already talk about it though?
Yeah, I think I talked. In a vlog. Shout out to the vlogs, by the way.
Hey, watch the vlogs. Those are lit.
Hey, we got my boy. Y'all know Kevin from the vlogs already if you watch any of them. So, but what What do you want to talk about? This is your episode, bro.
This is my episode. I don't really know, man. I'm just here to have a good time. Like,
blessed to have you, bro.
Dude, it's always been a great time with you.
Yeah.
You know, your life can change any day.
I think this is the part where we kiss. I'm playing.
No.
No, wait. I'm playing. But yeah.
No, but like, back on like the friends thing, like our friend group.
Yeah.
I feel like we're such a tight, close, like tight knit friend group that we're able to realize when like each other like something's wrong.
Facts. For
like,
sure.
We've always been able to like, you know, just if it's just one of us, you know, someone will reach out to, you know, whoever it is. They like we're in our whole group and like, you know, you see me like just, you know, kind of like, you know, just chilling.
Yeah,
you know
I'm
not really acting me. You know.
You know I will be.
You know you're gonna say something.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, I have full trust in like every single one of you guys. You know, coming up to me and, you know, saying that I'm not me.
Yeah, for sure.
And, you know, and me not taking it in the wrong way.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we're just blessed for who we got around us. And
I know,
another thing about us too is like we have no ego in our group. Mm-hmm. We're just out. We just really try to just have fun. We go on longboard rides at midnight, and that's what we do. That's the type of stuff we do. We go on
the lake when it's raining.
We go on the lake we go hike in a river that has literal cow manure as mud, and have a great time because of it.
We go just walk on railroad tracks. Shout out
and almost
vlogs.
Get hit by a train.
Shout out vlogs.
Shout out the Chuggington vlog.
Chuggington.
Man, I don't know. We're just blessed for real. I think dude, that's another thing we can even talk about. Dropping the ego, like
yeah, man.
Who are you trying to impress? Just have a good time.
There's no need for egos, man. Because egos actually like build drama.
Yeah,
like that's what really starts drama.
For sure. Egos start also selfishness.
Yeah.
And when you're selfish,
you're
missing out on a lot of peace in life.
Mm-hmm. And being selfish, you don't get the right friends.
For real.
And having a big ego, then you want to be friends with other people that have big egos.
And the next
next thing you know,
yeah,
you're not friends anymore.
I think a lot of people out here that do, I would say, suffer from having a big ego, don't truly know themselves, and they're not truly being themselves. And that's something that I really encourage y'all to just,
you know what?
Just be yourself.
You know what that makes me think of? You know, there was this like little video. I don't know how to explain it, but like it was like this video of a person, and every day they'd wake up, they'd open this little cabinet, and it'd just be like a cabinet full of masks, and they'd put a different mask on each day.
Yep. Okay, I've seen something similar to that.
Like that's what that reminds me of. Like people that don't like truly just be themselves. Like that's what an ego is. Like you're trying to be something that you're not.
Yeah. Or
just be you, man. Just go out there and be you. Don't try to change for other people.
And be down to earth, you know?
Literally, that's all you gotta do. You know, just be yourself, and the right people will come to you.
For sure.
You know, because every time I'm around you, I like being myself.
Yeah.
I'm just myself.
I think that it's important to embrace who you are, too. Yeah. And not, obviously not in a cocky way, but
embrace
just
your differences.
Yeah, for real. And I think this is a big thing I've been dealing with lately. If you look at my hair, I mean, every day, when you get a haircut, all these people saying all this stuff, I'm like, man, you know what? I've been a copy and paste for the last, 20 years.
People always say something about my hair.
Always
say something about my hair, but here I am, loving my hair.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I love my hair. I know you might not like it, but I love it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care if you like it. Like, last semester at one of the tailgates, some guy came up to me and he was like, he was hammered, and he said, "I don't like your hair," and I was like, "That's cool. It's not my problem."
So this is a funny story. I was sitting in a truck about to drive some dudes away, and Carson, my brother, comes walking up to my car, and he says, he's feeling it, He's like, "Bro, I'm about to fight somebody, bro." And I was like, "Hold up, what?" Yeah. I'm like, "This is my brother's first college tailgate." I'm like, "You're about to fight somebody?" And I put the truck in park, hop out.
Love Carson, man. So I'm sitting there, and this guy's like, "I don't like your hair," and Carson literally comes up, and he's like, "You got a problem with my boy's hair?" I swear to God, Carson was about to fight for me. That's why I love both the Huggins. I love the Huggins.
And I'm not even. All my friends. Dude, I do not fight. Like, I've never been in a fight before.
I would fight for one of you guys.
But yeah, when he told me, when he said he's about to fight, I hopped out. I was like, "What's going on?" We were walking around.
I'm not gonna lie. If Carson was about to swing, I would have started fighting with him. I'm not gonna let Carson, fight by himself.
Yeah.
No.
And that's
I always have my friends' backs. Man.
And as we talk about the forgiveness thing, this is solely because Carson was like,
Yeah.
Yeah. He was feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
We were just having a good day.
In a normal state of mind, I feel like I don't know about him, but definitely us.
But at the same time, it wasn't fully on Carson because the other guy, he kept pushing it. Like he was like, no, I really don't like your hair.
Yeah.
Like he kept pushing it and saying it over and over again, and I just kept sitting there like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change it.
Yeah, like you would be sitting there like chilling, but
Dude, I was
Carson
sitting there having a good time.
Carson gets aggressive. Problems. Carson definitely gets aggressive.
It's okay. I love Carson though. I got Carson's back.
When people be hating on my hair, I'm just like, all right.
Literally, man.
Cool,
I'm
man.
to the point in my life like I don't care, bro. It's my hair.
Yeah.
If you got a problem with it,
I mean, I'm gonna get it cut eventually, but for now, I'm chilling with it,
Like my dad used to say, the curls for the girls and the waves for the babes.
I still want you to get dreads, bro. I wish I could get. I
want braids. I want braids, man.
I'm not about. Oh, get braids? You had them that one time.
I did. 2 years ago.
For sure, dude. That was lit.
Dude.
All right, hey, this episode is getting funny. But I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Any last messages you want to just give out? I used to do challenges of the week. You could do a challenge, or you could even just do one last message.
I think I'm gonna do a message, man. Honestly, just make sure you guys reach out to your friends. When you need help, just reach out in general. You be someone you don't talk to anymore. Just see how they're doing, man. Just check up on people, and also surround yourself with the right people. That's just get yourself in a place with people around you that love you, and you love them, and you have full trust, and they have full trust, and you can be yourself.
Yes, sir. And true growth occurs outside of your comfort zone. And I know it's uncomfortable experiencing pain, experiencing these hard times, but if you truly want to grow, become a better person.
Yeah, man.
Feel that pain, man. Don't push it down. Don't let it build up. Reach out. Let it out.
Remember,
like Tribe Matthew Houston said, it's a weight off your shoulders, man.
Remember, once you're at your lowest point, only ways up. Only ways up.
Only ways
Shout
up,
out
baby.
episode 6.
Shout out episode 6. Speaking of that,
next episode.
Right into the outro. Next episode dropping on next Monday. Got episode 6. Rock Bottom. And I'm excited for this one. I got a little surprise for y'all with the intro. I'm excited.
Really?
Yeah. I might be hyping it up too much, but I got a little surprise with y'all.
A little something?
Yes, sir. But, hey, I love you guys. Kevin,
I had a great time.
Fire.
Thank you for having me on here, man.
Hold on. We almost forgot. My boy's repping the Season 1 merch.
Got the Season 1 merch
on. What you got on under there? Y'all, if you listen on Spotify, you gotta go check out the video.
Okay, hold on now. This is our Master Batters shirt.
This is our softball.
This is our softball team shirt. Look at this.
Turn around. What's your
my little Kahuna? You want to say?
All right, hey, we are at literally no battery on the camera, so we're gonna end it here. Love you guys. Catch you next week. See you later, man. That was fire.
Dude, if you didn't end it, I was about to just start telling stories and laughing.
Turn around. It's still got battery. Loco. Y42.
Y42. My dad's number was 42.
I thought it was gonna be Jackie Robinson.
It should have been 4.
Oh. Hey.
If you get that.